Hello everyone, my name is Angel Diaz and today I wanted to talk about a matter that's really important to me. So, as the years have gone by, our school districts have been requiring more specific elective classes in order for students to graduate. And I just really think that a lot of these electives are unnecessary for student success and they should be replaced with something a lot more beneficial. So I believe music class should be a required elective in high school, not only because they're a lot more stress relieving in these classes, but they also do have a lot of mental benefits for students. So like I had said, requiring a music class is actually very beneficial for students' brains. There's a lot of, there's been a lot of mental studies that have proved this claim. So for starters, musical study improves brain capacity. So learning a musical instrument not only sustains and feeds the brain, but it also improves many other cognitive and physical aspects of human body, such as memory capacity. And this was proven by Paul Norker, which is a musical expert. He's actually a professor at Harvard, and he mentions this. And I personally am a musician, and I also agree with this claim. It's very beneficial for students because in classes sometimes a really stressful thing that students deal with is memory capacity. Sometimes it's hard to keep in things in the brain. And aside from this, music classes would be a perfect stress reliever elective for students, as students can utilize this music class as a way to take their mind off school and release stress they may carry from other classes. So as we all know, there's always that one class that students dread, and I think a music class would be a perfect way to release this stress. It'd be the perfect brain break. And also, another important thing to take in consideration is that students actually have a lot of options when it comes to musical courses. It's not limited to one option. So students have the freedom to choose from choir, band, orchestra, guitar. It all depends on their skills and what may interest them the most. So music can really be for anyone because there's different classes that require different skill sets. So a common argument against music being a required elective is actually how music may not be for everyone. And I actually want to disprove that point. I think that there are so many different musical class options. For example, there's engineering, there's also playing an instrument, there's vocal. So my point being that there are many different skills that a student may have, and I believe that there's should be at least one class best fit for every different type of student. Students can choose based off of their skills. So another important thing to mention is that not all students have the same interests, and for this reason they like to choose their own electives. Students wouldn't have to stress over sticking with a class that they don't have any interest in, because with music, like I had mentioned, there's a lot of different options. And I believe students should always have the freedom to choose their own electives, and I'm sure everyone can agree with that. So another important point that I want to make is that music classes are actually a lot more fair and safe alternative to the common elective classes. So there's a lot of common elective classes out there that are made required by the school district, such as physical education. And I'm going to use that as an example. So with physical education, there's a lot of students who don't have the capabilities of participating comfortably. There's a lot of students who lack physical abilities, and sometimes it can even make them feel uncomfortable in these environments, and they may be pushed to their limit, which I believe is absolutely unfair. And with music, everyone would be able to participate. In music, there's anyone with any type of ability can participate and feel comfortable in this environment. So all in all, music class is the ideal elective for a high school student. Musical education is the ideal combination of a fair, beneficial, and fun education. I believe there's endless benefits that come with musical education, in the end, students can end up discovering talents that they never knew they had. So I personally am also a musician, which is my main reason I think that this is important. I really firmly stand with this, and I just wanted to play a quick song for the audience that's listening. Árboles de la barranca, porque no han enverdecido, y es que no los han regado con agua del río florido. Me puse a amar a una mujer con la ilusión